Hey everyone, my name's Gil. Some of you probably already know me from Twitter or Placeholder Club. Um, what you're about to see, is something of a little experiment of mine that I've been dying to try for quite a long time. This is going hand in hand with a few other little secret projects I've got on the go, mostly to do with cinematography and photography. This is a little attempt to just learn some software. You're essentially going to be watching some B-roll footage of me trying various ways to create a watchable format. These might range from quite static to quite elaborate. The first one will be immediately attached to this video, and you're going to see friends of mine, Dragon, Lambda, and Adel are going to be having a little mock interview where they're going to be talking to each other about, well, I don't want to spoil it. This is kind of a dry run, a proof of concept, if you will, and I'm hoping that if this sticks, I can do this more frequently, make it a proper format show with guests from around the furry community. A long time ago, I did say I wanted to give back to the furry community. I've been with this group for over 20 years now. I've been a furry since I was a teenager. It's absolutely been a positive part of my life, and I've consumed so much content but never created. Over the last few years in VR chat, I found VR Lens, I found a great group of music producers and DJs, and I've made an uncountable number of friends, some of whom I've became extremely close with, both in real life and on here. I owe furry so much, and I hope that the stuff I'm about to do now, the skills I'm learning, the things I'm creating, can one day maybe influence you or help you find that group, find that community, and find your creative outlet. I hope you enjoy. I hope you also follow along with the content, where I'll be posting most of the progress on this stuff on Twitter, I imagine. Yeah, I hope to see you guys around and come with me on this crazy journey as I learn to use very expensive bits of software that I'm gonna struggle to pay for, probably. Oh well. I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the show. You might see me on this side of the camera more often soon. Bye bye.
Dragon, Adel, thank you so much for coming here tonight. It's lovely to have you. What I want to bring to you today is a rather interesting and dare I say, quite tasteful topic. Something close to my heart. I am, of course, German. Grew up there and eating colloquial foods, but as we've seen through relatively recent news, Germany as a nation is no stranger to the benefits of immigration. One of these being the food. One of the staples of German cuisine remains to be internationally recognized. A proper Berlin or German doner kebab. It is a piece of toasted Turkish bread, typically opened, served with what is known as the kebab, which is compressed lamb, shaven with salads, creams, and various assortments of other toppings to create what is genuinely one of the best derivatives of kind of Mediterranean food that me personally, plus thousands and countless of Germans, have ever tasted. It's brought itself to the UK, it's brought itself to Poland and so many other places as a recognised staple of street food and culture. And from what I hear, Adel has quite recently tried his very first proper German kebab. So tell me, what was it like?
It was, I want to say, one of the most... It was a very good experience. It has... The one I got was in Bavaria, specifically Munich. It was just the typical one that you were explaining earlier, except there was a weird, I guess it is strange spicy sauce on it, but I can't explain it, except it was just very like savory and delicious and made everything just like flow together wonderfully into I want to say, one of the most beautiful culinary creations, even though it's such a simple thing. It's just shaven meat, some lettuce, some sauce, a couple other things. You just slap it in there and some bread, and bam, you got yourself a weird looking sandwich. But in reality, it's wonderful. And it sucks that we don't have them in the US, because I love it. I would eat them nonstop if I could, but I've only had a proper one in Germany. I did have a kebab in Britain, but it was nowhere near as close as proper
Right.
doner kebab
right.
in
I
Germany.
completely agree with you. As much as it has travelled around the world, a stark difference we see with the kebabs here in England is they tend to be a lot more lackluster and quite frankly
Yeah.
lacking in any effort or artisanal expertise, as it were. I mean, you ask for a kebab with cheese in Germany, you're getting a delicious creation with sheep's cheese, something Mediterranean, something fitting for the dish. Here, they'll sprinkle cheddar on it. I mean, it's quite absurd and frankly. I can get that even that still fills a void that the American people have to suffer with without these doner kebabs. Now, Dragon,
Yeah,
I'm
indeed.
not sure if you're too familiar with one, but from what we've been able to describe to you, how do you think you'd feel about having one, and what could you compare it to that you've consumed locally?
I'm going to be a touch biased because I am actually a little bit hungry at the moment, but how you were describing it sounded absolutely delicious. And as to what I could compare it to, I'm not too sure because I'm honestly not well cultured as far as like foods of the world are concerned. So you say kebab to me and I just think meat and veg on a stick. I mean, a very nice meat and veg on a stick, but that's pretty much the short and skinny of it. So by the sound of it, this is more along the lines of a like sandwich in kind of.
It's a very
Yeah.
peculiar dish to describe because of the way it has to be set up. It is often very difficult to consume. I mean, there's the ongoing joke in Germany that you're never supposed to eat it with a fork, but there is almost practically no other way to consume it whilst actually keeping any of the food in there. Poland has got a really amazing take on it. I mean, we've seen the German style where the meat is cooked to perfection, you get the proper fluffy bread. Taking that over to Poland, a country so well famously known for its colourful and creative salads, you've just got one full meal of colour and nutrition, and it bleeds quite true. And gentlemen, thank you so much for engaging in that, and you know, I really hope you get to have some more, and I really hope you get to try one day. If not with us, I think it'd be a brilliant treat, and you really get to experience that. And as a greater note, it just shows the cultural impact on things like food and lifestyle that cultural diversity in any kind of place can really add to it. We started from, a nation war-torn, previously the most largest fascist installment in Europe, to a powerhouse of culturally diverse foods and culture. And I think the kebab is as though it stands on its own as a brilliant bit of food, it is nothing more than an example of how much can change in such little time in terms of culture and tolerance. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
gentlemen, for being here this evening. I hope to see you again sometime. If there's anything you'd like to say closing off.
Oh, thank you. I hope to have another kebab soon.
I hope to have one to begin with.
All right, so what you just saw there was the first draft of our first attempt at this. It's pretty much going to be a straight cut, so it's just going to be the recording with a couple of transitions and just, a very simple start to finish pattern with this at the end. I am hoping to do more, see whether the talk show style works with a lot more dramatic cuts and more crew, I guess you could say, or if the kind of podcast idea works. So I'd say a big thank you to Adel here for helping out, to Lambda Cat yesterday for acting as a host, and for poor old Dragon for just having culinary questions thrown at him.
For being interrogated.
Yeah. What did you think, Adel?
It was fun. I like helping out. Film's been really cool, so it's nice to do something related to it. And even though it's not in real life, close enough, right? It's virtual.
Yeah, good enough.
It's still reality. It's still a part of virtual reality.
Exactly. Adel, he has been a great help. He's been running around helping me set scenes up and get things working, as well as the other guys. But Adel's kind of got it down to an art now. Run in, throws chairs down, it all looks great. Let's say
Thank you.
one last time, thank you all for watching, and hopefully there'll be another one of these in the very near future. Catch you guys later.